Welcome back to the Means Report. We certainly appreciate you staying with us, where we are so pleased to welcome back to the Means Report Dr. Brooks Keel, a man who needs no introduction in these parts. He is the president of Augusta University. Dr. Keel, it's been too long. Thanks for coming back.
Well, it has been too long. I really appreciate you having me. I've been looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I always like to get updates on what's going on at AU when you're with me, and we'll do that as much as possible today, but we have to start with your upcoming retirement. It caught a lot of people by surprise, I think it's fair to say. Why are you stepping down at the end of this academic year?
No, that's a great question. I guess the best way to answer that is why not?
Yeah.
Now, you've probably seen some of the announcements that have come out. I always wanted to retire on my own terms and wanted to retire on a high note. And I've used the term, it's always better to leave a position like this when people are sad to see you go than instead of them wanting to help you pack your bags. And so things are going incredibly well at the university. Tammy and I are still young enough and healthy enough to where we can begin to do things that we've been wanting to do for a long time and not be tethered to a cell phone. And so we just thought the time was right now, and it's real bittersweet. There's no question about it. It's bittersweet to leave this university at any time, but
sure,
especially when things are going so well. But that's the right time to do it.
Have you had a moment or two since you made the announcement where you thought, oh man, maybe I need to rethink?
Not a one.
No. Okay. Good.
No. It's this is not something we made a decision in haste. That's for sure. We thought about it for quite a while, and we just finally got to where we know we needed to be in order to make that decision. Tammy was ready to retire from her job, and she called her boss the same time that I was letting the campus know that June 30th was going to be the date. So we're hanging up our spurs and moving on to the next challenge in our lives.
Well, I congratulate you on an incredible career. I know that we could spend many Means reports talking about your accomplishments at AU. Is there anything over the years that stands out to you where you say, man, I'm glad we did that?
Yeah, there are a couple things, and it won't be a big surprise to you. You know, changing the name and putting the A back into the name, which really occurred within the first 2 months I was here. I mean, I wasn't in town more than a couple of days before I had some of the real leaders in Augusta that came to me and said, we've got to do something about the name, it's killing us. And in talking with the regents, and again, much to their credit, their courage for going back and unanimously deciding to make that decision to change the name, did so much for this university, more than I would have never been able to imagine. Mm-hmm. And again, I knew there would be some folks in Augusta that would be really happy about that, but you know, I still get people coming up to me, just in the grocery store, filling up my gas, or Lowe's or whatever, saying, thank you so much for putting Augusta back in the name. And it's not just the name, as important as that is. It created an opportunity to completely rebrand the university and made us feel more like what people think of a university. It got folks excited about it, and that has done more for us, I think, than anything we could possibly do.
Yeah, don't you find that even people, probably lots of people who did not attend Augusta University, consider it their university? Oh,
there's no question about it. In a town like Augusta, we're joined at the hip.
Yep.
Whatever's best for the university, for Augusta University, is going to be best for Augusta, and whatever's best for Augusta is going to be best for us too. We're on that same street together, and that's what we really wanted to do, is to make this university for the people of Augusta to feel like it's their college, it's their university, and to get equally as excited about it as an incoming freshman would be.
Who's going to replace you? Any idea? And would he or she have the power? I wouldn't think they would, to change the name again.
I would certainly hope not.
Yeah, please no. Certainly the regents would step in.
I would think the regents and a whole bunch of people would step in.
Yeah.
I don't see the name of Augusta University ever changing again. So that's one good thing. So folks can not worry about that. You know, obviously, that choosing a new president's a big deal, and that's something that the Chancellor and the Board of Regents will take full responsibility for doing. I told the Chancellor when I retired, I said, I plan to be president until the day that I'm not, and he said that's what I expect you to do. And so even though it's a ways off, I'm still going to be completely functioning that role. And over time, they'll make a decision about the best path forward for the university. This is an incredible job. It's an incredible university, but you know, we need someone who can step in and continue that momentum.
Exactly.
And not, we've got so much good stuff going. We finally got the WellStar deal done. We're really excited about that. We got all this momentum. We got enrollments increasing, so somebody who can really appreciate that and not want to change too much out of the chute, but at the same time bring some fresh ideas and vision to it. I think that's what we need, and it's really going to be a great opportunity for somebody.
You mentioned enrollment. Is the pandemic behind us when it comes to life on campus? Is most everybody back there in person?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Well, yes and no. Everybody who wants to be in person is in person. Mm-hmm. We learned an awful lot from COVID. We learned a lot about online education. We just initiated what we call Augusta University Online. We brought in a true expert from outside to help us do that. Enrollment in Augusta University Online has already increased tremendously. We've got 3 master's degrees that are currently in that. And I think as COVID has certainly told us that you can teach anything online if you have to.
Right.
You can also teach anything online if you really want to. And make it attractive to students. And so a whole curriculum won't be put online. That's not what we want to do. It's to getting the kids on campus is what's important to us. But you got a lot of people who just can't come to campus. The relationship we've got with now Fort Eisenhower, or very soon to be Fort Eisenhower, is a tremendous opportunity for us, for the soldiers and their family members, to take courses at Augusta University. And when they get moved somewhere else, they can still go and take those courses. So it gives us a tremendous opportunity there.
What about faculty recruitment? The kids want to be on campus if it's possible. The teachers want to be in the classroom, and are you doing well when it comes to recruiting and retaining faculty?
We could never do enough,
yeah.
That is going to be a real stumbling block for us, and we're beginning to pay special attention to that. One of the good things about enrollment is we have more students. But one of the downsides of that is, in addition to that, you've got to have the space for the students to live, you've got to have dining for the students, you've got to have enough classrooms, and you've got to have the faculty to teach them. We have small student-faculty ratios, and we want to keep it that way. So we're putting together a plan, even as we speak, that is going to look at what do we need to do now with anticipation of having a 7% increase in enrollment next year, like we're doing this year, so we can try to get ahead of this growth curve. It's a real delicate balance between spending too much up front and enrollment decline, then you got to worry about what you do with that. But not preparing for it is even worse. And so we've been thinking about this for some time.
Well, forgive me for repeating this question. I asked you this question when the partnership with WellStar was announced. I'll ask you again now that it's underway. Is MCG safe? Augusta will be its home. You're confident in that going forward?
Absolutely. MCG has been around since 1828, and it will be around, pick your date, 2128.
Sure.
And will always be that the reputation MCG has been, always will be. That's not going to change. The WellStar deal was particularly important for us for all kind of reasons. It helps us provide financial security for the hospital. WellStar knows how to run a hospital and how to run it very, very well. But more importantly than that, WellStar was a great partner for us because they share our culture of not only outstanding patient care, but education and research. And that was absolutely critical for us. And that's the heart and soul of the Medical College of Georgia. The hospital is a classroom for MCG, but it's also our research laboratory too. And WellStar fit that bill for us really, really well. So WellStar is going to help ensure that the Medical College of Georgia is going to be around for another 200 years.
Have there been any hiccups? Has there been a moment even when WellStar said, just on even the smallest thing, well, that's not really how we do it, AU people, so rethink your approach. Has that happened?
Not to any large degree, no. I mean, clearly we are a different institution than typically has joined with WellStar. Not just size and scope, but the fact that we are an academic medical center. And that means that has a very different feel to it when you have to deal with physicians who are full-time faculty for Augusta University, but yet do all the clinical activities in the hospital, and the sheer number of medical students that we have, and the sheer amount of research that we do. But no, there are going to be stumbling blocks. There's no question about that for us and for WellStar, and we've hit some. But we have come together in such an incredible way. Our faculty, our staff were hungry for a partner that was going to help them do the things that we want to do, that we've always been limited by just not having the resources to do it, or the expertise to do it, or the scope to do it. And
Right,
now
they're big enough.
Absolutely, we just weren't big enough.
Do kids need to go to college anymore?
Wow, that's the ultimate question, isn't it? And
I know, it's one day I think they do, the next day I think, no, you could be a millionaire without the diploma. I don't know.
yeah, certainly anybody can. There is that opportunity. Do all kids need to go to university? No, I don't think so. I don't think we've ever thought that. But the thing that I think we have to keep in mind is, yeah, a young person can right out of high school, get a job, and make a decent living. But when you get a bachelor's degree, when you get an undergraduate degree, over your lifetime, that's going to increase your net worth by $1 million. It's $1 million deal.
Yeah.
And then that has such a profound impact, not only on the individual, but on that individual's family for generations to come. So do you need a college degree to make a living? No. We've got a lot of folks out there that do quite well with a technical degree or with no advanced degree. But it's just that bachelor's degree, that college experience opens up so many more doors for you than you would if you didn't.
Probably my last question, and it's just to touch base when it comes to cyber. I can't let anybody from the university or from Fort Gordon/Eisenhower be here without mentioning that topic. Does it continue to grow on campus? Does student interest continue to grow?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. You know, our School of Computer and Cyber Sciences has only been around for about 5 years. Yep. Enrollment in that has increased tremendously. We topped over 800 students this year. I'm having to hold back our dean to keep from moving as much as he wants to, just because we run out of space now. We're already beginning to give thought to what the third building on the cyber campus is going to look like. That will allow us to move the school into that facility, turn it to a college, and begin to start focusing more on the engineering side of things, keeping in mind that we're always going to be supporting the cyber piece. But that it is a tremendously growing field. It's going to be for the foreseeable future, and you cannot get a cyber education anywhere else in the country, and I mean that sincerely, the type of degree that you can get right here at Augusta University.
Well, Dr. Brooks Keel, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time. Your legacy will live strong forever. Your impact will be felt that long as well. Thanks for what you've done for Augusta University, and I wish you all the best.
Well, thank you so much, Brett. Good to see you.
You too, as always. Dr. Brooks Keel, president of Augusta University. When we come back, how you can help us get more great guests like Dr. Keel and Dr. Cooper. It's easy. We'll show you how to stay in touch in a moment.